Want me to tell you why they do it, land on their back now? Fucking stupid ass European male. Wants to make money and make everybody stupid as hell. So now this educated woman, who brain, if left alone, would tell her, I should be standing up when I have my child. Or I should be in this position so I can let gravity help the baby fall. What do the white man teach them to do? Lay on your back. Let me stick all kind of syringes and shit in your arm. Charge you up the ass, which you can't pay for. And then I'll own your baby. Give it a birth certificate. Just evil. Just evil. So much misinformation and so much control and so much manipulation. They all need to be killed. Real simple. Keeping good men down so we could be your slaves and all that shit. It's just really sad. You know, I just can't stand it.
Coming out of Africa.
And that's all they want to do. Is take things that's naturally made by God and turn it into bullshit process crossings of every damn thing and try to stand on that as if it's a great accomplishment. You want to build a dumbass non-regenerating building that'll sit there and leave the whole Detroit dilapidated and not regenerating from what used to be trees and life and everything, and walk around here and want somebody to call your ass God.
East Coast all the way over to the west coast of Africa. Stolen the African science, while at the same time bad-mouthing the African culture, people, and pretending that they are a higher evolution of human.
And this is who they are. These reptiles came to Earth and took the DNA from us humans. Us melanated people mixed our DNA with them and created you Caucasians. That's why you guys have reptilian thoughts where you don't mind killing every damn thing because you can't think properly. I mean, anytime you can show a history of the blind murder and destruction of the earth that you guys have caused, it seems to me like you yourself should be able to look in the mirror and say, come on, we need to do something about this. But see, this is who you are. So you have reptilian-like tendencies, and you look like human beings, but you act like these freaking reptiles.
On this planet.
See, these are the aliens that came to Earth and took possession of the people that was here and changed. See, they show you the people were white already, but that's not true. They didn't turn white until the aliens came and started tampering with their melanin and removed their melanin. That's what happened. These people, the ones who live in the ground that I tell you the thumpers go and get, that's these people. And they live in the ground. And they came and took us melanated people and stripped our melanin from us and created you white people. And now they are the ones who is your gods. And that's why they give you a spook god that you never see, because these guys can't show up as God. Because we'll look at them and say, you can't be my God. You don't look like me. So they give you a God that look like you, but it's a different calling. So they can dichotomize it. So that means that most of you white people running around here on the earth, this is your genetics. Even though you have altered them to look like this, your behavior and everything fits the pattern of this. Think about that. See, real people will recognize other people as something that they need and not kill them. If you are people who could take and kill yourselves and then kill other people too and just have a whole history of that, that means that you think like an animal and act like an animal. Regardless to what your Bible tells you, those are acts of criminality and freaking psychotic behavior. Homicidal, and homosexual, everything negative, you name it, and it's a part of your cosmic makeup.
That human existence only operates at this three-dimensional level, and it only exists here because they have to keep the nonsensical bullshit Adam and Eve story that the Jews made up going, because the entire foundation of Western civilization's belief system is predicated upon Judeo-Christianity, which has murdered countless hundreds of millions of people,
billions of people,
during this past 2,000 years.
And look who it is.
In order to establish itself as a dominant culture. They are not to be respected. They're known as liars, murderers, and thieves. The story of the Exodus is a complete
lie,
fraud. On page 178 in the Pleiadian Agenda, the fourth dimensional reptilian humanoid Anu of the planet Nibiru is admonishing the Hebrew priesthood for stealing the holographic movie scripts of higher multi-dimensional beings who project them to this third dimensional world of causation. These Hebrew priests stole his personal work, the Exodus. So he says to them, and I quote, "Long ago we implanted the story of the Exodus deeply into your scriptures so that you could know how we feel when we are out in space. Instead, you use this story as a tool to condemn your enemies." The Andromedan aliens Alex Collier is in touch with tells him that planet Earth is the only system in this entire galaxy and probably this entire universe which is controlled by demonic forces and is dominated by money and religion and war. And it is a system which is known in the universe as having the lowest level of human consciousness of all the other systems that do exist. So this may give some indication why those demons in positions of power keep up the belief system in this planet, that this planet has the only intelligent human life forms in this entire universe, or this creation, which is more voluminous than there are tiny grains of sand in the entire state of California. The low-level conscious humans on planet Earth are being told lies so as to coordinate this erroneous information with the phony religions being used to control the minds of these ignorant masses. This is going on while the U.S. military-industrial complex has documentations on some 60 different humanoid and human alien races, with some 56 of these humans being black-skinned humans, since most of the solar system contains 3, 4, and sometimes 5 and 6 suns, including their CSR, their central stellar radion, the sun inside of the planet.
I told you
99.9% black human universe. The Africans and the Americas are the superstars chosen by the supreme being Godhead of this universe for surviving. That's right, I said, for surviving the oppression of the humanoid children of the reptilian forces of the Leveron Federation.
No, I told you that. I said, listen, your fate, or what happens right now, depends on your consciousness after you hear the Buddha. Now look, don't play games with yourself. It is what it is. You better recognize me for what I am. You know why? Because I'm going to tell you something. Everything about me is changing. And I'm seeing things totally different now. I'm on to the point right now where it is straight up kill. And I know that by the universe. That's what I want you guys to know. It's getting ready to go down. You've been seeing a lot of weather formations where there's been very small fatalities or very small loss of life. That's changing real rapidly. Prepare for it.
The December 21st, 2012 Cosmic Party is being given with the superstars of the children of Sirius B being
me.
Guests of honor. That is the Africans in the Americas. While at the same time, the adversary keeps painting a picture of doom and gloom for December 21st, 2012. This is because their their power is over completely on that date forever.
And this is the type of shit you guys got in your archive of contributing to the world, and then you have the nerve to say that we are the savages. It don't matter what you say, what you think. What matters is you better recognize the fact that you are getting ready to be seriously judged by universal policing.
This is why the beast wants to start World War III. They are afraid of the repercussions of their actions with regards to the oppression of these same superstars of the entire universe.
Ooh, they messed up bad.
By the same token, this shows you how lame and how square and ignorant these savages are, because they did not know who they were dealing with.
That's my
They
sister.
were set up by the game masters so the entire universe could see what evil can come out of whiteness.
I told you.
What evil can come out of worshiping albinism and being a liar,
you are like so
murderer,
much trouble,
a thief, a warmonger,
so much
that
trouble,
feeds on human flesh and blood and deceives the entire world. It is
murdered all those babies, got those young girls, made them carry the babies for the whole period so the babies can develop all the inside organs so you could suck those babies out and ingest the melanin out of their organs. Talking about some vampire ass people.
Worse than a demon. They worship the biggest demon in the entire universe, named Yahweh. They call him God the Father. Yet he is only a low-level backroom office clerk operating on the planet of Nibiru, where those Iberus come from. That's where the name Hebrew comes from. In Egypt, we call them Iberus. They were dropped off on planet Earth 5,770 years ago during this 10 million year old war we're involved in. They were given a mission. That mission is to exterminate the humans on planet Earth who are the children of the leaders of the Galactic Federation, those black-skinned humans who operate at a 12-strand DNA system with...
You see that name? Sarah? You see that? Ain't that the same name that I got? A-S-A-R? Isn't it? Is my name Asar Sarah? Didn't I tell you that I was androgynous? Do you understand the power that's inside of us melanated people? Let me explain something to you so you can understand. We have no beginning and no end. That's how powerful we are. We are immortal, omnipotent people, omnipresent, and all-knowing.
9 bodies and 9 dimensions to work with. These beasts don't have a clue. This show, the Morris Donaldson Show, is dedicated to Christ's daughter, Sarah, and her goddess crew of Sarahs belonging to the spaceship cadre of the Galactic.
I want to explain to you guys how that works. My name is Asar Sarah because of the fact that my spiritual energy is the spiritual energy necessary to communicate with the elements. This spiritual energy has to be of a feminine essence. That's the reason why all of the pharaohs and all of the high-ranking cosmic rulers have this spiritual energy inside of them. That is the same spiritual energy that normally accommodates uteruses and vaginas. Men mostly don't have this type of spiritual energy inside of them. The androgynous men are the ones who has turned on their pineal gland, stopped eating meat, stopped having sex, and stopped indulging in all the carnal pleasures of this earth. When you stop doing that, you can operate yourself to a scale of God-knowing ability. When you reach this God-knowing ability, that's when you could be able to call yourself a